Bayelsa State is a virgin land.
Bayelsa produces a huge chunk of the oil and gas resources that come out of Nigeria.
You would live, work and play in Bayelsa.
Bayelsa definitely is the next choice for investment.
Bayelsa State, prior to now, has always been a monopolistic economy, one where only one major player plays in the economy of the state, which is the government. This administration of Henry Siraka Dixon has decided, to transform the economy of Bayelsa State, saying we would open our doors to private sector to come partner with the state to develop the economy.
Bayelsa has great comparative advantage in agriculture with our swampy land and our arable land and our forests. We actually have so many areas in which we have comparative advantage.
Bayelsa actually has the best temperate for rice production, and that is why as a government we are going heavily into commercial production of rice. Bayelsa is also a state with a lot of water resources, and we believe aquaculture should be one other area where we would encourage investments to come in, because as a country we are a net importer of fish products, and if we have the resources to increase production, why not? There's a ready market for it in Nigeria.
This present administration has done a lot to create an enabling environment, one of which there's been an extensive drive to increase the amount of infrastructure that we have.
We're really pushing for infrastructure. We're looking to build airports and seaports. As you know, we don't have an airport, but we've made great inroads. We're forming partnerships with the best of companies. We finished our feasibility studies for the seaport. The airport is on the way. The clearing, the sand filling, and very soon the runway will start.
There's a lot of opportunities for people in the areas of development of exotic beach hotels. In fact, I'll say that there's a big void in that area. So anyone with an interest in exotic beach hotels, has a prosperous ground in Bayelsa, because you have, the longest beach line anywhere in Nigeria, beautiful white sand all through. We also have opportunities for developing and running cruise tours, ecotourism sites. We have a lot of forests that haven't been touched. We have a lot of beautiful lakes, little islands here and there, and I think anyone who has an interest in ecotourism will find a great soil here to develop it. Generally, a lot of hotel and hospitality management also. There's a lot of opportunities for private investors in all these sectors. There's also a lot of opportunities for amusement and entertainment parks, theme parks, things like that. We have a scenery which would make beautiful settings for these items.
Tourism will thrive in Bayelsa. So as a government, we're putting our own resources into it to let investors know that if you come invest within our environment that has lakes, beaches, these natural resources that encourage tourism, it actually will be a good investment. Now, to support that industry, the government also has set up a tourism institute. The law has been passed to develop the institute. The whole essence is to grow manpower. We have a plan to grow our power resource from the current state it's in to about 5,000 megawatts within the next 5 years. Now the agreement with IPP will take our power capacity to about 214 megawatts. Now in each of the specific industrial zones that we intend to set up, close to the seaport, close to our airport, we intend to have power of as much as 1,000 megawatts around these facilities, so that when these industries come in, some would require 30 megawatts, some would require 50 megawatts. There is already power for them. Now, that's one opportunity that is available for a potential investor. Reason being that we have gas resources in Bayelsa. So getting gas to fire gas plants or gas-powered turbines would obviously be easy and would be cheap, and the fact that there is a ready buyer for the power also makes it good for the investor.
There are so many other sectors that we have in the state that are non-existent. The oil and gas service industry, for example, is being done all the way out of Lagos, and we know how much of the oil is being produced in Bayelsa State.
As a way of transforming our economy, and the fact that we have an environment where marine activities will thrive. Now, Bayelsa State enjoys that natural resource that encourages or enables the development of a port. Now, in Age, an area in Bayelsa State, we have a 16-meter depth, natural depth, for a seaport. Now that, we believe, is about the most natural, deepest bet for port activities. And for that reason, we've started the process of developing a deep sea port. Now, from the analysis that we have, we know this is an investment that would take not less than $1 billion. Now, the beauty about the investment is the fact that that port will give you access to the Nigerian market, which we know is a very big market. That port would also give you access to the Gulf of Guinea. The reason being that it is actually situated in the middle of the Gulf of Guinea. So it gives you access easily to Equatorial Guinea. It gives you access into down Central Africa or to other areas around that vicinity, or to West Africa. So you have an entry point into Nigeria, into Africa, and other areas around it. So there is that investment for the seaport. You enjoy security. Bayelsa State has been rated as one of the most peaceful states in Nigeria right now.
We ensure that people who are interested in coming to Bayelsa have data on the opportunities available, first of all in the various sectors, and then also in the various local government areas. With our one-stop shop, we help them get the CAC registrations. We help them if they say they have the wrong visas to go through the process with immigration and customs, of whom we have relationships with. And so all the process to the signing of MOU, we work with them and we assist them.
Subject to negotiations, you could get beautiful tax rebates on your investments here. I mean, various kinds of tax discounts will be negotiated for you, even for the things you need to import to invest in the state. So I think it's quite attractive. There's a framework for public-private partnership participation from government. There's a great support, joint venture support. You can be sure of all of these things, if you choose Bayelsa State as your next point of call for private investment.
We have an expansive and very robust PPP structure, that we engage investors and through the various modes of PPP, either build, operate and transfer, build and transfer, and several others that we use. We are not totally averse to minority shareholding in any of the partnerships. We're very open to that. In fact, our focus is to bring the right technical expertise, to bear in each of the sectors. We'd rather, in most of these cases, be the non-managing partner, where we'd have an agency arrangement where professional managers will manage these joint ventures to provide maximum return.
Where licenses are required to be obtained, if they are within the control of the state government, we make it available. If they are within the control of the federal and central government, then we will support in obtaining those licenses. For example, if you need to build a refinery, so you require a license from the federal government, the Bayelsa state government, as part of its partnership with you as an investor, will go to the federal government and obtain that license on your behalf. So those are some benefits he would get. Now, one other primary additional benefit which would come to the investor is, we're saying as a government, because we want to promote businesses and investments and show that businesses and companies can actually thrive in Bayelsa, we will put our equity with a partner in a project that we see is viable. So we're not just saying come do business in Bayelsa, we're saying we will do business with you in Bayelsa.